National icons of Colombia: Radamel Falcao García, Gabriel García Márquez, and Shakira. First, Radamel Falcao García. He is a player who over the years, with his individual and collective achievements, has been recognized by many as the best player in the history of Colombia. Second one, Gabriel García Márquez. He was the most recognized writer in the history of Colombia. He wrote very well known works and won a Nobel Prize in Escriture. Third one, Shakira. Is a very well-known singer from our country, who is famous for having a great voice and for performing songs in a very important moments, such as the World Cup in 2010. She has won many awards, such as Latin Billboard Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, Grammy Awards, Latin Grammy. She is the only South America female artist to have a Grammy Award for Person of the Year. She also has Guinness World Records Awards and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Colombia is a country where 11 cultural regions: the Coastal, the Paisa, the Llanera, the Santanderiana, the Bayuna, the Pacific, the Serrana, the Amazonia, the Cundiboyacense, and the Cachaco. For example, the Paisa region is composed of the departments of the Eje Cafetero. Celebrations of the dimension of the Carnival of Barranquilla, the Cali Fair, the Carnival of Blacks and Whites, or the Festival of Vallenata Legend, are a fundamental part of the traditions of Colombia for symbolism they have and the great reception they manage in summon, are reflected through music, art, literature, and relations with nature. Music is an essential part of Colombia's culture, and there is a great fondness for cumbia and vallenato throughout the country.
The politics in Colombia have been controversial for a long time around the world, both for good and bad actions that the Colombian government has done over time. When Colombia is mentioned, mainly corruption is addressed, categorizing the country as the most corrupt in the world. That is why the rate of corrupt is higher than the non-corrupt. For example, the Nordic countries pay high taxes for good public investment, product of solid and transparent institutions. The opposite case of Colombia, where taxes are paid but no progress is seen in the cities or innovation in the metropolitan area, summarized in the simple word, debt. This because the politicians of Colombia only think of their own benefit and do not see the cause are the problems that live in the streets and in the neighborhoods where poverty abounds. Even so, the political sayings these have not changed their way of thinking and acting in front of all the bad situation that the country is going through. And this is why the people have decided to demonstrate and make themselves heard in front of the leaders. Thinking to make a change is the main reason for the proposals that are lived throughout Colombia. Little by little they have managed to make change to the current reform, but it still needs to be complete change, and although everyday people who go out to march are suffering, the change is being reflected. Colombia is a country which have ethical dilemmas that have made even the simplest person think. Among them is the violence and its variations, discriminations, xenophobia, inequality between social classes, extreme poverty in many corners of the country, abortion, etc. A clear example of ethical dilemma is the previously mentioned social classes, how the rich people denigrate the name of the humblest people, making them look like vandals, criminals, and other nicknames that make the poor look like the worst of the country. Without knowing their lifestyle or the efforts they make to survive, which is not the case of the rich who are born rich from birth, or simple is dirty money and poorly earned, thus making arrogant and self-centered people who do not value what they have.
This is how the neutral people of the country see these problems, and the only thing they can do is to give their opinion. Since it is a difficult change the mentality of a person who has always had everything and does not know how to earn the bread of the table. In conclusion, the ethical dilemmas that are experienced on a daily basis make Colombia a country that is trying to move forward and change the perspective it has gained and the bad reputation it has because of its prejudices.
Los problemas económicos en Colombia son varios y cada uno de ellos, aunque ha menguado en los últimos años, aún ofrece resistencia a la progresión y desarrollo del país. Entre ellos destaca la baja productividad laboral y la desigualdad de ingresos. El crecimiento económico de Colombia ha sido limitado por 40 años de una costosa e ineficaz política de guerra contra las drogas que ha fracasado. Los detonantes de los problemas económicos son la guerrilla, el daño agrícola, el precio del petróleo, productividad laboral insuficiente, desigualdad de ingresos y pobreza, infraestructura de educación y corrupción.
Hablando de los problemas de Colombia, la pobreza, el desempleo, la discriminación, la adicción a las drogas o desigualdades de clases, Colombia es un estado de América del Sur cuya historia ha estado llena de problemas políticos, sociales y económicos, incluyendo la corrupción, la violación de los derechos humanos, el narcotráfico, entre otros.
Hablando un poco más de temas económicos, los dos mayores desafíos económicos en Colombia son el de eliminar el cuantioso equilibrio externo y el de reducir la gran desigualdad en la distribución del ingreso y la riqueza. El déficit fiscal también es un problema, pero este es producto de la caída de las exportaciones.